Hey friends, and welcome back to Path of Exile for our day 1 update on our Poison Pathfinder Herald of Thunder build. So yesterday was League start, which went really smoothly, so props to GGG for that. But yesterday we completed our campaign. We got all the way to Act 10, paused there, did some heisting, got probably 14 or so chaos, and then went into trade and got some stuff to work on our transition. So we got our gloves, we found these boots in the campaign, and then we bought this chest piece, the base for this chest piece, hit it with a single essence and got this. We bought this mask for 2C I think, and then this shield I think I also found on the ground. This amulet I bought for 2C, and then 1C for the Storm Secret, 1C for the Mark of Submission, and 1C for the Volcor's Guidance. This dagger I also was able to buy for I think 1 or 2C, and because we have such an odd combination, we want +1 lightning spell, and we want chaos damage over time or poison damage. So this was really cheap and will last us a pretty long time because these are pretty good. Other than that, we are very close to having a single automated flask, which is going to be our Topaz flask, which we hit with a couple alterations and got this one. I'm very excited about this roll, and yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on. So right now our res is looking pretty good, but I want to improve all of our gear so that we can change our shield over to a Leper's Alms, because that's going to be a big damage boost for us. But right now, build is looking pretty good. The other things that we've got planned are throughout the day today, we're going to be progressing through our maps and then going through and advancing our cluster jewel setup. So yesterday I was able to buy all of the cluster jewels I needed for like 1 or 2C each. So I got all of the large and medium cluster jewels we want for 1C each, and then the small cluster jewels, 1 for Sublime Vision, and then 1 that I have to roll for Mortifying Aspect for I think 2C each. I was able to afford that based on just what I made between heisting and going from heist to maps. So we have made not a ton of progress on maps, but let's go ahead and hop in a map and see how we do. 600 experience, 1000 accuracy rating. That actually might be a problem. And then we're going to turn our Enduring Cry back on. So right now I'm using Enduring Cry automated and Immortal Call as my defensive setup. I'm thinking the synergy there is worth Enduring Cry, but I don't know if I'm going to stick with that, because I might switch it back to, instead of having Enduring Cry, have Arrogance support Vitality. Right now I have Vitality anyway, but when we switch over to Race and Malevolence, you might not have the mana for it. So just prepping for that. And yeah, honestly, build feels pretty good right now. It's still slow, but that's going to get better as we get more damage. And like I said, today is all about just leveling up and advancing our jewels. So one thing that I probably need to do is go ahead and pick up a Writhing Charm. I find that it's a little difficult to consistently get shocks on big targets already. Some of this might go away with more investment in damage, but it's hard to say. I'll probably pick up a Writhing Charm today as well, just to have that. Defensively, the build feels okay right now. Hopefully as we get a Jade and automated Stibonite Flask, we will feel even better. But we will see how that goes today. We also really need to 6-link our chest piece, because our chest piece is currently only 3-linked. And get more spell suppress. It would actually be pretty huge. Oh, I forgot the, so right now we have Despair. And I always forget to add it on. So anytime we need to deal a little more damage to something, we just throw Despair on it. Increases the damage pretty significantly. Alright. I will say, so far the League mechanic has been a really nice experience. You can either just not pay attention to it at all and let it do its thing. But I think there's a lot of potential for some pretty crazy crafting outcomes. I haven't been able to do anything quite yet with it, and I'm hoping that as we get faster in maps, we'll be able to more consistently do projects in the League mechanic. It seems like the outcome item is linked to the level overall of the corpses. So the corpse level decides how high level the end result item will be. Oh. Also, I really like this finisher MTX. Alright, so that is a map right now. And that was just a white tier magic map. So switching over to POB, you can see we're working on our transition to maps tree. We still need to drop these nodes right here. As long as we can replace the stats that these are giving us, we can drop these whenever we have the chance, because we now do that through our Nature's Adrenaline. And we are working on getting this cluster jewel set up. So right now our damage at peak is 66k if everything is up. Our poison DPS is 2000 for poison on our Herald of Thunder, and that is where that sits. So our next plans are to obviously level up our skill gems and work on getting our sublime form and mortifying aspect. So I added these in here just to show how big a deal these passives are. So here we have ball lightning static, and this is still going to be 3 and 4 links respectively. So Herald of Thunder is a 4 link with 17 level, and our ball lightning is a 3 link with level 15. So just adding these, we have no notables here. We only have lasting impression here, which empowered envoy is another big hitter for us here. So that is our ideal. You can see we nearly double the damage of Herald of Thunder just doing this, and this is before we've added in mortifying aspect. So that is the next part, is adding malevolence, which means we need to drop, which we're not using precision at all anyway. We need to unsocket that. And that puts us at 42 mana, which is uncomfortable. So I probably will drop a vitality at this point, because the mana cost for ball lightning static is 30, and having 42 mana is uncomfortable. So at this point we need to decide whether or not we're keeping Vitality or not. Either way, we're dropping it from our mana pool, so when we do that, we have 149 to work with. So yeah, that is the plan at the moment. And that brings us all the way up to, see, that is Malevolence. Let's level that down. So yeah, that increases the damage significantly for Herald of Thunder and Ball Lightning Static. And that's besides just leveling up the gems and getting more links. Once we add more links, that's going to take up a bigger portion of our unreserved mana. We need to be careful about that. And if we are running low on mana, we have a couple of things we need to do. Number one, for the quick solution, we can grab this reservation efficiency here. And then for a longer term solution, what we want to do is eventually anoint Sovereignty onto our amulet. The best case is we get our endgame amulet, which is the Dragon Fang, which is also going to give us some reservation efficiency. That is the plan there. Yeah, that's what the POB looks like. Defensively, we are not looking great, but that is to be expected just going into maps, at least on this character. Yeah, so we're going to keep working on it. If you want to see how this character progresses today, hop on over to Twitch. If not, there will be another update video tomorrow. And if you want to keep up with those update videos, be sure to get subscribed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.